like the first, like my first knee-jerk reaction was definitely resistance, especially because we just got done seeing a marriage counselor that I just did not find it very effective and was kind of like, no, I go not that thing. But then, yeah, I got on the site and read the information and tried to keep an open mind. And it was like, just got so perfectly to the heart of the issues that we were struggling with. Like, just like Amelia was saying, is like, maybe it won't work, but hey, it is worth a shot. I mean, can you really put a price on your family's health and happiness and mental well-being? I mean, to go from a sad, physically unfit, family to family that can go out and go on adventures and play sports together and go hiking and go rock climbing and do all these fun, adventurous things in life. I mean, it's like, the worst case scenario, you're out a couple $100. Best case scenario, your entire life changes. I mean, roll the dice. It is 100% a risk you should take.
Yeah,
Wow.
I feel like as a kid who really, really struggled and still mentally struggling with my looks and weight, like still having that back there in the back of my head. But if you could help your child not go through that, I mean, it's worth every penny. I mean, just to help them know there's a different way. They don't have to hide food. They don't have to binge eat. They don't have to feel like they're being made fun of. They don't have to feel like they're the last ones. I don't know, all of the things.
Wow.
I really feel like it would, in the long run, save anyways, just save from the mental hurt. So,
Amazing seeing the kids just doing the right things without even having to be told is just like something that you never in a million years could convince me was even like possible. It's like, I thought like we learn tools to crack down and like always be enforcing, but it's become second nature. And so, like I can't stand just being told something and not being like the reason behind a why. Or if I don't understand, the science behind it. It's like I can't learn anything the hard way unless something makes just really perfectly good, like it's almost
Mhm.
my idea type of sense to me. And like that's how you presented it. It was like so clearly well laid out. Like I'd be done reading a lesson and be wondering in my own head, like, did I already know?
So, Daren
Yeah.
and Amelia, you've just finished the 16-week Step Together program. And yeah, before we get into it, can you explain a little bit more about how was your life before starting this program? Daren, you can go first if you want.
Well, it was I don't know, it's ordered chaos. I don't know, maybe it's just it was it felt like something was missing. There was something that a critical piece that Amelia and I didn't know as far as like getting our kids like motivated to find like the healthy lifestyle, healthy balances. We're battling against screen time, we're battling against snacking, you know, sneaking food and eating in rooms and
Mhm.
we just didn't know how to handle it. We didn't know what the approach was. Nothing that we had tried didn't make it any better, only made it worse. We wanted to get a healthy, fit, present family and decided to
Okay.
take the steps to reach out to get there.
Yeah, and Amelia,
yeah.
if you.
I mean, I agree, chaos. We definitely didn't know, I guess, how to help our kids. We weren't prioritizing our diets at all. We lived a busy lifestyle. We're still busy,
Mhm.
but changed it to a priority. What else did
Yeah.
we do? I mean, we were yo-yo dieting back and forth in our house. I was making my kids want to eat better, but then I wasn't eating at all better.
Okay.
A few months at a time.
A few months at a time. I mean, it was yo-yos back and forth. And I
Okay.
mean, yeah.
So we'll have time to go into all of the details. So this is just a preview of what just a viewer, this is what they see in the beginning. And so what
Okay.
was your experience after having completed it, if you can summarize it really quickly?
It's just I don't know. It's like just amazing seeing the kids just doing the right things without even having to be told is just like something that you never in a million years could convince me was even like possible. It's like I thought like we learn tools to crack down and like always be enforcing, but it's become second nature. And yeah, so that's nobody wants to be the bad guy. Nobody wants to have to crack down all the time. Nobody wants to have to constantly be enforcing rules and just to have things happen naturally. It's just been great.
Okay.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, having My kids call us out if we do
Yeah.
bad things. Not bad, like, you know, our going down the road of not making good choices, having the kids call us out is great.
Accountability for everybody.
Yeah, it is.
Mm.
Too.
I mean, the accountability, just seeing the boy, I mean, the boy's happier. My son telling me that he has lost weight, and like we never asked him about his weight at
Mm.
all. And he just, yeah, I don't know.
Okay. So does it feel like this is, everyone says, oh, lifestyle change, lifestyle. Does it feel like this is sustainable and it's going to be something that lasts?
I do.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a natural thing now. So it's the kids eat bad and they feel bad, and like it self deters them from doing that, and it's
Yeah. It definitely, it's a lot.
Yeah.
No,
it's just Zoe dog. Stop. Sorry.
It's okay. I mean, yeah, it's
no,
part of the family.
I do. I think it's a lifestyle change. I think it's really great that the kids help. I think, honestly, yeah, the things like ordering food delivery, I don't know, there's a lot of things that make it a lot easier to do. But
It's just a shame people can't get like a 5 minute preview of what it feels like to be healthy, because it is so amazing compared to feeling like crap all the time. And like once you get there and achieve it, it's like, why would you want to do anything not to support it? It's like anything you do that goes against it is not no longer enjoyable. So
Right. Okay. So I think that's a good preview. So let's start going a little bit deeper. So since Amelia, you were the one who, I mean, we were looking for a solution, I think. You were the one who booked the initial consultation. I want you to try to remember what state were you in? Like what caused you to go look for help in that moment?
we went to Florida, and it really, really, I really struggled with seeing my son. He reminded me just of myself, and I was worried about his weight and worried just that he was going down the road I was going down as a kid, and like watching him hide. I didn't want him to suffer like I suffered.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so if you remember, I guess you were Googling or trying to
Yeah.
find
I Googled
something
you.
for help.
Yeah.
So what
Yeah.
was your impression? Like, I'm sure a lot of moms just like you, by the way, it's mostly moms who are coming to me, not to put
Yeah.
any shade on you, Darren, but it's 95% of the consultations are moms. What was your impression the first time you found my website?
I mean, finding it at first, I felt like it was something that could definitely fit our family. I mean, I went to Daren and said, "Can I book this?" And he was right on board with me, and he was
Okay.
right on board. He was like, absolutely. He felt the same way after, and we had talked about it, but we weren't doing anything about it. I mean, we were
Mhm.
trying, but we weren't. Like, we were in the way that we knew how to try, if that makes sense. But
Yeah.
it just wasn't a way that was working.
yeah. Yeah.
I don't know. Do you mean like what was my impression once talking to you, or before that? Just of the
No,
site?
even before, because a lot of people
Yeah.
like I mean, curious how they feel. Some people think that, hey, this is too good to be true, or this is, how could this exist? Because there's no real other solutions for children if you really
I mean,
look
I
out there.
definitely thought yeah, might be too real to be true, but we had to do something. I don't know. We needed to do something. We
Right.
needed help
Yeah.
to do something.
So Darren, this is surprising. Usually the husband is resistant. They're not like so eager to jump on the
So
call.
my first knee jerk reaction was definitely resistance, especially because we just got done seeing a marriage counselor that I just did not find it very effective, and was kind of like, no, we're going not that path. But then, yeah, I got on the site and read the information and tried to keep an open mind. And it was like, just got so perfectly to the heart of the issues that we were struggling with. Like, just like Amelia was saying, is like, maybe it won't work, but hey, it is worth a shot. Like, this is, if even 50% is possible, it's like a huge improvement from where we were currently at. So
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, I was all in once I got a chance to really dig in and review the info.
Okay. So what was your impression after having met me, if you remember?
Oh, we were out. We were out of there. I'm just kidding.
Yeah. It's like, who is this guy?
I mean, we were gone.
Yeah.
It was very emotional after
Yeah.
meeting you. I mean, I related to you in so many different levels,
Yeah.
which was crazy. Daren had never seen, like, there were so many things that we talked about
That first session was such
that
an
he
eye opener for me.
never
Yeah.
understood. And I think him hearing it from you, that you went through it, not that he wasn't listening to me, but hearing that other people, like, it's not just a me thing, like, and it was, yeah. I think that was really important. That really changed
your conversation. We were back and
Yeah.
forth was just like, wow, I just, you know, something I hadn't been through myself, and so I didn't really have any vision to it. And yeah, it was profoundly insightful.
Yeah.
And that's right after the first meeting, me and Lily looked at each other and we were like, yeah, we really like him.
Yeah.
Like that was like the first thing we said after the
Yeah, and I think it was
first convo.
for you. We went over. We always go over with you. I'm sorry. Just kidding.
Yeah.
In the consultation, but I don't know. It was, yeah. We both felt like it was what we needed to do. And you were the perfect person for us. So.
Okay. Well.
Aw.
Yeah. So, yeah, it feels weird hearing that. But yeah. So while doing the program, how is this different than any other like thing that you tried in the past? Because I mean, just like me, you've tried many things in the past to help with both yourself and your kids.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. When we started it, I was until we talked, and like before I signed up, I'm like, oh, this is just gonna be on the kids, not on me. And it was a lot of work for us. But the difference was the accountability, talking to you every week. I mean, accountability was huge. Having Daren's accountability. I mean, and then once the kids started chipping in with accountability, that became like, that made it a lot easier once we got to that point, but that was down the road. But that was down the road.
Yeah.
Message on your phone with a text message with a picture of you eating ice cream in the middle of the night.
But
Busted.
it was that night. He did. He wrote busted on it, my son. Like, great. Thanks, son. Thanks. What was the question?
What was different about this than the other things you tried?
Yeah. I mean, accountability. The constant.
Okay.
I mean, I didn't try anything like this, like a lot, like fixing, I don't know, habits. I just tried diets. A lot of dieting.
And just for you too.
A lot of like
for the still do a diet and but then just still, you know, keep on stocked with chips and pretzels and whatever.
Yeah.
Microwave this or that.
Frozen.
So I think
it was different.
We know what we're talking about in terms of accountability, but what like, if the viewer probably doesn't know, so what do you mean by that? How did it help exactly? What was the accountability piece?
Meeting with you weekly, showing our food, talking about our food, meal prepping. I mean, that was one of the biggest accountabilities, but meal prepping was huge. Before it was all frozen. Pizza's frozen. I mean, that's the biggest one, was meal prepping and accountability. Learning different nutritions from you.
I see. I wonder if because the program is a lot more focused on psychology as opposed to diet and exercise. Do you think that approach made a difference?
Oh, a lot. Yeah. Yep. So that's where I'm going down the psychological part. Yeah. Like, I haven't done a program like that. I have done all the diets, all the like the food changing, but I've never done like the meal. I don't know. I've done meal prep for myself, not for the family. But I think it's more I think the psychological part was really important.
Well, not just that, I mean, just the science of everything, like for me was just like there's so many things that my eyes were opened about that I didn't even realize before, you know, that going through the whys and the hows and the actual physiology of how your body responds to things and how your mind responds to things. And that was just like things, you know, you have to want to change, right? And like for me, like I never really saw much of a problem with many things because my weight's not ever been bad, really, like too bad. You know, not the best, but you know, and I just didn't really ever have that reason. And then once you kind of started going through the science of everything, and then I actually started doing some of the things and like feeling the results and feeling like what we were learning is like, oh wow, yeah, no, this is something different.
And that was a really big thing though, because Daren was always do as I say, not as I do. And like having him change his ways for the kids was real. That was a big change for you. Like the eating from the
Okay.
TV or the kids, whatever. I mean, it was a big change for him.
I feel like I've always been not how to do it, but I would do things that I shouldn't be doing and just not care. So yeah, you can do it too. It's fine.
Or you would
Like
tell
eating in
them
front of
they
the screens
can't.
was a really perfect example. Like I never saw a problem with that at all. It's like, yeah, just eating in front of the screen. What's the problem with that? It's fine. We're hanging out, we're watching TV, we're still connecting.
I see.
And that's like one of the biggest impactful things I think that we've done is stopping that.
Okay. I think that's a perfect segue into the next question, actually. What's the, after having completed the program there, and maybe you can start, what is the biggest change you saw in yourself?
Oh, myself, huh? Yeah, okay. Besides not eating chips anymore, that was that was a big one. Yeah, I guess just yeah, like all those small things that like, I just didn't really think were that important. Like so not eating in front of the TV, not just doing that aimless eating where you eat for an hour and a half because you're also watching a show too, right? Um, the kinds of things you eat and how it affects you mentally, and how eating the right things can help you feel full and not ever be hungry, but by still eating, healthy stuff. And like, I used to always get like so shaky and like feel like I was gonna like pass out like 3 to 4 hours after I ate every meal because all I was eating is this incredibly high like GI foods that were just pure insulin pretty much.
Hmm.
And so learning about, how to have sustainable food and fuel that so like even if I missed a meal, I'd be hungry, but I wouldn't be like shaky. I wouldn't feel like on the edge of like, passing out or super grumpy. It's just life changing, being able to just have that balance and control over like I used to plan like so much of my day around eating because it's like if we were to go like on a family trip or something like that and there wasn't going to be an opportunity to eat, like it'd be like a problem. like
He eats for like an hour at a time.
it's just
That was his go-to.
it's like I just felt like I was always tethered to having to have food like within every 3 to 4 hours or I'd be
Hmm.
unhinged. And now it's like I feel like I could go all day without eating and be okay. And not that I do, but it's yeah, this science-based eating has just really been pretty awesome.
Wow. Okay. And what about your children? By the way, the viewer doesn't know you have 3 kids, right? So
Oh
like
yeah,
that's and like 60 other children in terms of animals. So
yeah, right.
what's the changes you've seen in the kids?
Yeah, so kids, I mean, just happier, healthier.
They get full quicker.
I think like David's
Except
eating more, which
Enzo.
is good. And
Except Enzo. Enzo's the
he's
like
a little boundless bit. Yeah.
he like yeah, he's a growing boy. Growing boy.
But yeah, no, they just like nobody just grazes on stuff all day anymore. Like everybody is looking like their absolute best. Like David's always been real thin. He's actually like packing on some pretty good muscles and bulking up some, but staying super lean. Leo's definitely like such a difference. So much leaner and just overall happier. Like I don't know, it was such a I don't know if it was we were pressuring so hard, but it just seemed like it was like always a battle and like everybody's like always on the verge of tears and it was like everybody was so unstable and like ready to crack at any point in time and
Hmm.
Yeah.
it's
And over food and I mean the things I've seen with my kids. I mean one of the huge I don't know if this really goes in there, but is like before they used to really be like if one didn't get it or if one got it, the other one wanted it, no matter what. And that has really improved in Leo. He has grown in that aspect. Like he'll say something, but he doesn't necessarily want any, so he won't go get it. Like he
Mhm.
wants to make sure it would be fair if he really wanted it, but I don't know.
and so even like when they're out, so we were out after a baseball game the other day and driving home and their grandpa was like, hey, you guys want to stop and get some ice cream? And they're like, no, we're good. Like they have like this such a healthy relationship with food now. They eat for sustenance and for fuel and like that's mostly it. Like they don't really do much feel like flavor eating or just eating for the joy of it. It's like
Hmm.
it's something that's done with purpose and with intention. And like as I said, like the natural part of it is just so amazing. Like they never complain about having not being able to eat in front of the TV. I don't think they ever complained even once about not being able to eat in front of the TV. It's just they just accepted
And
it.
sometimes we have the popcorn,
Yeah.
but special days.
But and there was a few times where they did mention like, why are we on this diet? Like when we were first starting, they were GIs were still adjusting and stuff. But like since that, like everybody's
Yeah.
gotten adjusted to healthy foods, it's like,
Wasn't a diet anymore.
yeah.
And so how long do you think that took for the kids? 'Cause a lot of parents don't believe me when I tell them just focus on yourself and the kids will follow. How long do you think it took for the kids to just model your behavior?
That was a minute. I
Yeah.
mean, I don't know how.
Yeah, it was.
I think it was 2 months.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
Like,
wouldn't
were
have
they
said that
real?
long, but
I would have. Like, I don't know,
it just felt like so effortless. I don't know. It was,
6 to 8 weeks, I would say, because I don't know. At the beginning,
you feed him more than I do, so I'm sure you.
we were
you-
sending pictures of food, and I mean, we were still eating like chips and cheese and
hmm
my frozen chickens, my stuffed. That I
Right.
don't
Oh,
miss
I
at
remember that.
all. Don't miss them at all.
With chicken nuggets.
I gotta learn to stuff
Stuffed chicken
chicken.
nuggets.
That's what I have to do. I'm sure I could. Um, but I don't know. I'd say 6 to 8 weeks.
Okay.
Yeah.
And how was those 6 to 8 weeks? Like, how was it going through that process? Did you have doubts? Did you have like hesitation that this was gonna work at all?
No, but that's only because I didn't, because I went into it like this was what we needed this to work.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
Your commitment
so
level was
we really
from the beginning.
we really needed, and I don't know, once we talked to you, I don't know. I didn't think it was gonna fail.
Oh, okay.
Only because it worked for you. And like, I don't
Interesting.
know, like, and I'm being honest, like, because so many of the things that you had growing up, I connected with and related to. And if it worked for like you, then why wouldn't it work
Oh,
for
I see.
us? Like, honestly, that's what I felt. Like, I was very positive with it all.
I mean, your commitment was from day one. Like you were just all the junk food was gone, everything was out of the house. It was
hmm
like, what choice did they have?
No, not
It's-
day one. No,
Well,
that was
as soon as we
Tammy's
learned
help.
about
It was
stuff,
like a couple weeks. Yeah, it was like every time we learned about
then it'd
something
be gone.
or got rid of it. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was like, that was like a first, I'd say, like 3-week, 4-week process
We
where
didn't know, like, these other stuffed chicken things. Like, I would be so happy when the kids would eat those. I was like,
we all were. And then he's like,
oh,
look
it's
at
a
the
super healthy
label. And I'm
meal.
like, oh, man.
It's like, I can't read all that. I can't even pronounce these words. Like,
Yeah. And it was, and then I didn't want to like throw all that money away, but then little by little we did.
yeah, but as soon as we learned about it, like
Threw it
you would,
away.
you would just like that'd be it for you. You'd throw it away, or you wouldn't buy it anymore, and it'd be gone from the house forever.
The
Yeah.
biggest thing was, I think we didn't buy it anymore. I feel like we tried to work through and then I threw away a lot of stuff, but I don't know.
Yeah.
So, but the kids were good though. I mean, they didn't complain much. They were,
Their friends
they didn't-
complain.
Oh yeah, their friends don't like it here.
They
Yeah.
like it
Well, they
here.
like it here. They don't like eating here.
Yeah, but they do
Yeah.
eat.
Yeah.
Well, it's good for
It's-
parents to know this. Like it is gonna create this kind of difference between other people's houses and your house.
It did. I mean, and they eat. They definitely, like, the poor kids, the bottomless pits of growing kids, and they're like, "That's all we got in there, or all we got is apples, or yogurts, or oats, overnight oats,
Yeah.
and yogurt." But or the bread. They don't like my bread if it's the super seedy
They like white bread
oaty bread.
and American processed whatever cheese.
But they'll eat my
Yeah.
eggs. They eat my eggs. Anyways, yeah.
So you let me know if this is too sensitive and you want me to cut it out, but I remember vividly in the first call we had, we talked about how Leo, he was hiding and sneaking food and you'd often find him. And Darren, I remember specifically your reaction to it was very sad. Like it was, tell me about that. How long did it take for that kind of thing to go away?
I mean, it's pretty quick. I don't
They
know.
were like I don't know if it was 3 or 4 weeks in, when I was really sad because I caught him with the croutons. And then I went upstairs and had a conversation with him. Like, it was like he was just trying to hide it to get upstairs. Do you remember that? Like, he hid him under his sweatshirt.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, why are you taking that upstairs? Like, I knew instantly. It's mom instinct that he was hiding something under it. And he's like, I'm just gonna go hang it up. Anyways, that's not what he was doing. And he was hiding croutons. And I'm like, son, like, and I went upstairs and talked to him. I'm like, you really want some croutons? Like, why wouldn't you ask? And this is when he still thought it was a diet. And he was worried that I wouldn't let him eat because I was on that we were doing a diet. I wouldn't let him eat. I'm like, you can have these. If you want these, go downstairs. Just don't eat them in front of a screen. Don't hide them from me. You can have them. And I think I apologized to him and I cried to him about that it wasn't him, that I was doing this for myself and the lifestyle changes and the stuff that I grew up with. And then, and how I told him I was sorry because I never wanted him to feel that way. He had to hide food from me.
Yeah.
And then I swear that was it. That was it. He never, I have not, no, I can't say I've never worried about it. Daren has not worried about it. And I shouldn't be. I know he hasn't.
I still
Still in the
feel,
back of my mind, I get a little worried, but
I still feel
Yeah.
somewhat bad because I know there'll be times when he really does want something, and I'll ask him, and he'll say no. And it's a fine line to cross because he wants to make us proud, and I do worry a little bit, like if he feels too much shame around it, then hide it. But for the most part, I mean, he eats healthy. He eats when he wants to eat. Like he'll make like pork and stuff like that, and does it with us, and doesn't try to hide things. And
right. I really, really, really try. If he asks if he wants something to, and we say yes. We don't have anything in the house that I'm worried about it.
right,
Like it's not like if it's a fruit popsicle or it's frozen fruit, if it's frozen cherries, like, yeah, have it. If you want an apple, have it. Like sometimes I do feel like in his voice, he sounds shameful of asking. I'm like, dude, like you can
I
have
think that though
I don't know.
that was like more around the time of the last time we noticed some steam stuff up there. I think that for the most part has, at least for the majority of the time, dissipated. Like I said, he just goes in and he makes himself his pork or whatever, and
Yeah.
Hmm.
makes something,
meat.
make a hamburger. But yeah, there's a little bit of a balance in that. They're just getting him to the point where it's not a wrong thing to do. You just can't hide it, right? And it's
Right.
okay if you want it. Like that was a hard message to get across.
And we did try to push though, are you hungry? Like is your stomach, telling you you're hungry? Like wait you wait 15 minutes after you eat your burger, are you still hungry? Like processing. But then it is a fine line with him. We also were trying not to I mean, yes, we want him to learn that, but we were trying not to do that because we didn't want him to feel like we were saying no.
Yeah.
And
I know Screen Time helps with that a lot, though, the not eating or not.
yeah,
It's
that
like,
helped a lot. And because they didn't want
they don't want to interrupt their game or stop their show or whatever.
they need to be done.
Yeah.
So
Which was good and not good. I mean, we wanted them to taste what they were eating, but they would rather go back to, their show or video games.
Okay. So there's a lot of things in there. It sounds like just not having the food that would make it that he would eat in hiding in the house, like that made it easier for him to not do it. And it made it easier on you to not have to feel guilty and catch him
yeah.
and have that balance.
I mean, even I struggle if there's like chips in the house. It's like, oh man, I'm gonna eat those.
It made it a lot easier for
it's really hard.
the things he would ask. He'd be like, "Can I have a banana?" or "Can I have an apple?" or "Can I have frozen fruit?" Whatever. And we're like, "Yeah, like go ahead." Like, "Yeah, of
Nice.
course you can." And it made it a lot easier because I feel like he doesn't overeat those things.
Yeah. He doesn't really even have
because
to
there's not screens.
He gets it, and
Yeah,
so
he
it's
does
the right
now.
amount to eat, and he just does it, and that's fine.
I think it was different when there were screens because
Okay.
he would just eat and eat and eat in front of a screen.
Yeah.
I see.
3 or 4
So-
dinners.
Amelia, what changes did you see in yourself?
Want to do a twirl?
Huh?
Want to do a twirl?
That's, I think it's okay.
I got full a lot quicker.
Yeah.
Oh, like a lot quicker. And I lost weight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you want to share how much you lost?
I don't know, what was I when I started? Probably like 20 pounds, 21 pounds.
Wow. Okay, even I didn't
Overall.
know that.
So you
In
started
16
from, I
weeks.
mean, you weren't, it wasn't like you had excess weight or
I did
like,
too. I had gained 20 pounds I was on antidepressants before that. So I'd
Yeah.
gained 20 pounds.
I mean, you still are pretty healthy and fit. I'm just,
Yeah, I know.
it's good. Like 20 pounds is a lot for what you were carrying at the time when we started.
Yeah. I weigh about 130 pounds. So,
Okay. What about some psychological changes, differences in your behavior or anything like that?
I'm not as hard on myself. I try not to be as hard on myself. It makes me feel psychologically better as being my kids. For my kids, I don't know. I feel like we're doing better because of their diet, and seeing them do better makes me feel better. I mean, cutting back on medication was huge.
Mhm.
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know.
That's okay. We don't have to go too deep either. What about changes in your son, Leo? What did you notice other than Darren, what Darren said?
I just feel like he's happier overall. Definitely happier. I, he is always can entertain himself. But I don't feel like it's the sadness that was there as much before. So I don't feel
Okay.
like he's that sad.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, no, I think he definitely is more definitely more balanced, less. I mean, he was just at the
Well,
drop of
less
a
of the
hat,
edgy
start
stuff. Yeah.
crying, you know, throwing a fit, and
I really think diet had a huge thing to do with
that
that.
that does not happen anymore. He still loses cool every now and then, snaps on people, but you know, he's working on it, and it's quick and it's over and it's nothing too bad, and you know, just like he frees himself for a second, then he's dialed back in. But yeah, no more of the just, you know, bursting out in tears like nearly daily like he used to. And
mhm.
so definitely some improvements there. I think his confidence is higher as well. So
Wow.
not all the
Okay.
way there yet, but definitely very much moving in the right direction.
Really awesome to hear. So what changes did you notice in each other?
I mean, honestly, this like I never in a million years would have guessed that we could be at this place where the house is just full of healthy food and not a bunch of chunky snack food everywhere. Like it was just like that was the majority of the kids' diet. Yeah.
Goldfish,
Hmm.
frozen pizzas, hot pockets,
And it's
frozen corn dog. Those were the eat. I'm just kidding. It was easy, convenient,
Right.
which made it not good.
I do
But we've learned to, I'm sorry, not to interrupt.
I do miss seeing Amelia wander into the kitchen when I would be working late at night to get her food, but you know, it's fine. She's getting good sleep.
If I
So
do now, it's just frozen cherries
Nice.
yeah, it's
once in a
just
while.
it's
Very rare.
just like she would do these crazy diets and you could just, I don't know, she'd be edgy and instead it never really passed on to the kids and the kids were still eating bad, and it's just now it's like I feel like you just eat balanced and
Mm.
the kids are obviously eating just nothing but good stuff. There's no more bad stuff, and it's like 90% you that's making it all happen. So it's pretty tremendous change.
Thanks.
Nice.
You're all easier to pick up now too.
He started cleaning all the time. Just kidding.
Oh, if only.
Just kidding.
But yeah.
Um, I don't know. He supports me more. He's
Okay.
been backing me up with things with the kids. Um, Supporting me with screen time was huge, and that was a huge thing because that was something I've asked for a long time, and that was big. And like I tried to enforce it, but they didn't listen to me as well.
Mhm.
They needed, like I tried to enforce it, but he'd be playing video games and let them do whatever, and they would, yeah. So it was hard. That was a big change for him. So just
Okay.
supporting me, backing me up. I mean, those were big.
So it sounds like you're more on the same page than before.
Yeah, yeah, definitely.
Sweet. Okay. So we're almost near the end, and obviously I won't ask you if you would recommend this program because obviously you're doing this video because you are, and the viewer is intelligent and they can probably figure this out. But instead, what could you actually improve in the program to recommend it better to like with more confidence to another family?
Told you I'm not good at those kinds of questions.
Calling you
Yeah,
out.
that's tough. That's tough. I mean, it's just, gosh, it was just such a, they covered all the aspects of it. Like, I can't stand just being told something and not being like the reason behind it why, or if I don't understand, the science behind it. It's like, I can't learn anything the hard way unless something makes just really perfectly good, like, it's almost
Mhm.
my idea type of sense to me. And like, that's how he presented it. It was like so clearly well laid out. Like, I'd be done reading a lesson and be wondering in my own head, like, did I already know? Like, it'd be so just, so I don't know. What can we do to make it better? What can we do to make it better, Mia?
Be
I don't
honest,
know.
honestly, this is going to help thousands of families potentially.
I think having a program for after the first program that involved our children would be good.
Oh yeah,
Oh, okay.
that
Interesting.
would be
In what
super
way?
cool.
Go on. I rarely hear this.
Like even if it were every 2 weeks or like twice a month that you met and we met with our kids and we just talked about our lifestyle and we talked to them, like actually digging deeper with them about what they, I don't know, maybe they'd open up to you more than us, but like what they really, I don't know, feel like with their lifestyle changes, how they feel about it.
Okay.
Maybe
That's something.
honestly, exactly. Like if they had one-on-ones with you, like, I don't know, in a group meeting too, but I feel like they might tell you a lot different than us, but they might have
Interesting.
to get to know you first. I don't know.
So
That's really good. Okay.
do you feel like they're old enough to do that? Because
The twins, I do.
yeah. And just for the viewer,
Yeah.
what's their age?
11.
Okay.
Yep. Yeah. I don't think so. Would he'd
Yeah, and
be?
so he's 7, right?
He's 7. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. That's very interesting. I'll actually think about that. I never hear that kind of feedback.
Good job.
Okay,
Oh,
so
good.
if you
I don't think I've given you feedback through any of the programs of anything you can
yeah.
pick. So there we go. I
Well,
waited
I
for
think
now.
nice. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's I think just because I'm asking it every lesson, people are like maybe even overwhelmed. Like, what can we improve? It's just week to week, right? But I incorporate everything. So whatever you even later on, if you think about it, when you do want to actually recommend this to someone, let me know. Right.
Yeah.
Okay, so last question. If you could give one message to a viewer who's watching this and they might be, hesitant or wondering if this is really something that's going to change their life, what would you tell them?
I mean, it's what do you have to lose? Uh, like there's some money involved, but I mean, can you really put a price on your family's health and happiness and mental well-being? I mean, to go from a sad, physically unfit, family to family that can go out and go on adventures and play sports together and go hiking and go rock climbing and do all these fun adventurous things in life. I mean, it's like, the worst case scenario, you're out a couple $100. Best case scenario, your entire life changes. I mean, roll the dice. It is 100% a risk you should take.
Yeah.
Wow.
I feel like as a kid who really, really struggled and still mentally struggling with my looks and weight, like still having that back there in the back of my head. But if you could help your child not go through that, I mean, it's worth every penny. I mean, just to help them know there's a different way. They don't have to hide food. They don't have to binge eat. They don't have to feel like they're being made fun of. They don't have to feel like they're the last ones. I don't know, all of the things.
Wow.
I really feel like it would, in the long run, save anyways, just save from the mental hurt. So,
Wow. That was beautiful. That was a really beautiful way to end it. So
yeah.
thank you. I really appreciate that you were able to be vulnerable and open this, and the viewer who's watching this probably feels the genuineness of this too. So yeah, this was the interview, guys. Thank you.